Welcome to The Explainer, where we break down big ideas. Okay, let's just dive right in. I want to start with a simple question, but it's one that gets to the absolute core of how you experience reality.
I mean, it seems like an obvious yes, doesn't it? You're here, you're listening, you're seeing this. But what if I told you that according to neuroscience, that's not quite right? The truth is actually a whole lot stranger than you can probably imagine.
Now that sounds like something a philosopher would say, right? But this isn't some abstract thought experiment. Nope. This is a fundamental biological fact of how your brain works. Every single thing you perceive, every sight, every sound, every feeling has already happened.
So your conscious mind is always, and I mean always, playing catch up with the real world. The big question is, how far behind are you really? The number is tiny, but trust me, the implications are absolutely massive.
There it is. 100 milliseconds. That's the gap. That's 1/10 of a second. There is a consistent delay between something happening out there in the world and you becoming consciously aware of it. You are, right now, always living in the very, very recent past.
So why? Why does this lag even exist? Why isn't our perception just instantaneous? Well, it's because your brain isn't just some passive window that's looking out at the world. It's much more complicated and, frankly, much cooler than that. I love this idea. Your brain isn't just receiving information, it is actively constructing your reality. It takes all these chaotic bits and pieces of sensory data that are flying at it and weaves them into a story. It's not just seeing, it's creating. Think about it like this. Light travels way faster than sound, right? So if you see a lightning flash and hear the thunder, that data arrives at different times. Your brain's job is to collect all that raw data, sync it all up, and then build it into the seamless, stable experience that you call the present moment. And that whole assembly process, it's not instant, it takes time.
And this delay, this tiny little pause, has a name: perceptual lag. It's what separates your conscious mind from the physical reality that's actually unfolding. But here's the thing about the human brain. It absolutely refuses to be late to the party.
So to overcome this lag, to let you interact with the world in what feels like real time, your brain has developed this absolutely extraordinary and really elegant solution. It doesn't wait around for reality to happen. It gets ahead of it.
That's right. Your brain is a prediction machine. It runs a constant, subconscious simulation of what's about to happen a fraction of a second from now. And this allows you to react to events as if they're happening in real time, even though your conscious awareness is technically still in the past.
You can move and react and survive in this fast-paced world because your mind is always living just a few milliseconds ahead of your body. When you catch a ball, you're not reacting to where the ball is. You're reacting to where your brain predicted it was going to be. Amazing, right? So, get this. Inside your head, every single moment of your life, there are basically two parallel versions of reality running simultaneously. It's this constant duet between what your brain expects and what actually happens. On one hand, you've got the predicted world. This is what your brain thinks is going to happen based on, past experience, context, all that stuff. On the other hand, you've got the actual world. This is the raw data that finally shows up 100 milliseconds later. And every moment, your brain is comparing the two. If they match, everything feels smooth. But what happens when they don't? So what happens when this incredibly complex system misfires? When the prediction doesn't quite line up with reality in a way that you can actually notice? Well, you feel it. You experience what you might call a glitch in the matrix of your own mind. You know these feelings. Déjà vu. That weird sensation of missing time, or when it feels like the world just kind of skipped a beat. These strange moments, they aren't magic. They're probably just glitches in your predictive engine. Déjà vu might just be a moment where your brain's prediction and the actual reality get processed as two separate things, making a brand new moment feel eerily familiar. Okay, so when you understand this predictive model of the brain, it gives you a completely new way to think about the past, the present, and the future. They're not just separate points on a line. They're actually different functions of the same storytelling brain. So check this out. In this view, memories aren't perfect recordings. They are reconstructions. They're your brain's predictions of what the past was probably like. Dreams aren't just random noise. They're simulations, your brain's predictions of possible futures. And the present? Well, the present is this quiet, unreachable destination that our brain is always chasing but never quite reaches. Ultimately, what this all means is that your experience isn't of raw, unfiltered reality. It's of a beautifully edited story that's been curated just for you, by you.
It's a story that perfectly balances what has just happened with what your brain believes is about to happen next.
And this leads us to the final, really profound takeaway. Maybe being human isn't about perfectly being in the moment. Maybe it's about living in that constant, dynamic, and beautiful tension between where we've just been and where our brain is already preparing us to go.